What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukushu. We are back with another Musume video, and in this video we'll just be going over the new Sirius Symboli banner and also the Wonder Acute SSR card, which is power type. And then after that, after we go over those two things, we're just gonna go over the comments, and that'll be pretty much the video for today. Won't be doing any summons. As you guys can see, I only have 91 gems, so yeah, I mean, I was gonna go for Sirius Symboli if it was gonna be in the second and a half anniversary banner, but that isn't the case this time. So we do have Sirius Symboli here as our new banner, so let's just go over her right now. So at level 1, we do have 84 speed, 87 stamina, 95 power, 85 guts, and 99 wise. At level 5, 103 speed, 107 stamina, 116 power, 104 guts, and 120 wise. For her aptitudes, for surface, turf is an A, so she's a turf runner. Distance, B in miles, medium and A, long distance C, so you can use her in 3 different distances, but her best one being medium. And then for her strategy, she is a leader, but can use her as a betweener if you so choose to. Now going on with her unique, give me a sec, guys. For her unique, I think it's called Sirius, from the translation that I got. For the description, slightly increased acceleration when in the midfield at 800 meters remaining, significantly increased when popular in 2400 meter races. So I guess popularity really matters when it comes down to using her unique. Then we have her innate skills, which is self-assured for mild medium. If your base speed and power are both at least 1000, they will increase by an additional 20 points. 20 points is actually pretty big. And we have all that there is for medium distance. If you're in a good position during the last spurt straight, your speed will slightly increase. And then we have up tempo for medium distance, slightly easier to take a good position during the middle leg if you are leading. Going on to the awakening skills at level 2, we have slight detour. When blocked during the last spurt, become slightly better at navigating through it. At level 3, we have prepared to die. For medium distance, if you're in a good position during the last spurt, your speed will increase. Level 4, medium distance corners. For medium distance, slightly increases speed on corners. And at level 5, we have Killer Tune for medium distance. If you're in the first half of the pack at a random point during the middle leg, your speed will increase. Just looking at her skills, I think I would just rather use her for medium distance if her skills just fully support her for medium distance. I guess except for innate, the self-assured one, the green skill, it is mild medium, so who knows? Who knows? But I won't be pulling for her because, yeah, I don't got the gems or the jewels. So we do have the evolve skill of prepared to die here. Not translates to yes, that guys. All right, so Unwavering Aster, I think that's the one from Prepared to Die. If you're in a good position on the last spurt, your speed will increase greatly for medium distance. As for the conditions, condition 1, win the Tokyo Yushun or the Japan Derby. And then when I say or the Japan Derby, that's just the translation. or get at least 2 skills for medium aptitude. The second condition, have at least 800 power. As for the next one, Killer Tune, translates into or evolves into first magnitude arabesque. In the middle of the race, the speed increases greatly if you are in the front. Could be the first half of the pack, just looking at the medium, just the Killer Tune. I would say it's most likely if you're in the first half of the pack at a random point during the middle leg, your speed will greatly increase. For conditions, I guess get at least 3 speed type skills, or get the Y Sirius Senpai is amazing as a first condition. Second condition, have at least 800 wisdom, which shouldn't be too hard. And that's pretty much it for the Sirius Symboli stuff. And then going over the Wonder Acute power card. Just pull it up right now. I always go over them at level 50. Unique effect, gain power bonus 2 when the bond gauge is at least 80. Friendship bonus 25%. Hint level bonus level 4. Hint rate up 60%. Starting bond up 25. Race bonus 5%. Fat count bonus 15%. Specialty rate up 50. Increased training 5%. Skill point bonus 1. Motivation bonus 40%. And stamina bonus of 2. Going over the support hints, we have sorry, let me pull up something else. Oh. So we have mud play for dirt, become a little better on tracks in heavy or bad condition. Then we have Funabashi Racetrack, become a little better at Funabashi Racetrack. Nocturnal, become a little better at night races, because I think the dirt races have a chance of being at night. I think dirt races are the only ones I've seen at night, at least in the game. Rival Spirit, for mile distance, if you're about to overtake someone, your speed will slightly increase. Recommendation for dirt, slightly increase your speed during the middle leg when competing for position at full speed. For dirt, if you're in the first half of the pack during the last spurt, your speed will slightly increase. Thus back for dirt, if you've been following another girl for at least 3 seconds, your speed will slightly increase. Front row aim for dirt, during the final leg, your overtaking abilities will slightly increase. And pressing feelings for dirt, if an enemy character uses a recovery skill in the second half of the race, she will slow down just a little. So I guess if you really want a power dirt support card, this would be a pretty good one with all these supports that you get with it. Let me check the news if the CM has been announced at this point, since I'm just curious due to might figure out today, later today, or something. I don't see anything on the news about it just yet, unless no, that's just for that. Yeah, I don't think there are news for the next DM just yet. Maybe we'll get it over the weekend or on Monday, so we'll see what happens with that. But that is pretty much it for the Wonder Acute card and Sirius Symboli. Sadly, I won't be doing any pulls because, as you guys saw when Katsuragi Ace was released, I gave everything I had on it, and it didn't pay off. But I'll go over the comments now. We do have quite a few, and then that'll be it for this video. I'll just go in order from top to bottom from where I see here. That too fit. They just implemented Ramano outfit today, so high chance that she will be the half Annie banner. Now that, I'm sorry, Echo. If that's the case, I know that too fit commented, but for Echo, if Ramano is the one, I think you should be good though. You should be able to save a good amount, Echo. But thanks for letting me know, letting all of us know that too fit about Ramano's outfit getting added today. If that's the case, she does have a high chance of becoming the half Annie banner. Next comment from Alexia Caldera. At least that's just the name I got here with the Twin Turbo profile picture. I love Twin Turbo. I can see that based on your comment and your profile picture. And Sutter, next comment. Newbie question for you. What's the reason for doing certain training scenario over another? I'm never sure which ones to do or what the point of each one is. So normally, for me, normally doing the newest one or the latest one is what I do. You can go back to the Haru Cup, which is, I completely forgot. Maybe someone will help me out in the comments about this. I think I've gone over this quite a while ago, but for like the Ura finals, the Haru Cup, and I think make a new track, there are specific like factors you can get to help with the inheritance. I forgot which ones were which though. I think the Haru Cup was power. I'm not sure. So if anybody remembers, let us know down in the comments, or respond to and Sutter's comment in the Twin Turbo video to let them know. But normally if I do, I don't know about Grand Live. Grand Live is like a whole different story to me. But for me, I just been mainly focusing on Grandmasters, as that's usually what I do. Never really went out there to make specific parents, to be quite honest. I know Haru Cup, I think, is like probably the main favorite. Not too sure. They have updated these two. I don't know if they updated make a new track. They probably did. Probably just forgot. But you could go back to previous training scenarios to get the factors for the, like, this one's the Haru race factor, I think it was called. There's also a mission that I haven't done yet right here, so there's just 500 gems sitting there, all because I didn't do it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. But most of my parents, for me at least, usually come from whatever training scenario I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, that is pretty much all I know about it. But thank you for the comment, and Sutter. Moving on to the next comment from Eugen. I have mentioned a lot of possible guesses and deductions, but it seems I got it right on my final answer. I guess my prediction seems to be high lately, while Cygames did it again and made Sirius Symboli as the next banner. I guess I'm praying or keeping to predict that Narita Top Road will appear for the 2.5 anniversary banner. Yeah, you had some pretty good guesses, I'm not gonna lie. For the Uma I was gonna use for yesterday's video, but I had a feeling that you would have gone Twin Turbo in the end. So part of me wasn't surprised, a part of me was like, dang, got it. But yeah, Cygames did do it again with Sirius Symboli as the next banner. But I'm just gonna sit on it, just let it disappear. Sadly, that's how it's gonna be. As for Narita Top Road, she does still have a chance if they want her to be released in the game, but with what that too fit says, getting her out Measure of Ramanos outfit, I'll say outfit in the game, she does have a chance for her to be the 2.5 anniversary banner instead. Continuing on with the comment regarding on my untrained Umas, it's just I haven't given them a time to train them, but I can make it level 5 anytime I want since I have plenty of shoes, banner, and money. I think shoes and money I don't have an issue. I have basically 3.4 mils, you guys can see right there. Just specific banners, race banners, or materials that are kind of iffy, so that's my issue, especially for those who need the Tenosho Spring and I guess Sprinter Stakes ones, because I used it for Sakura Bakushino. Yeah, I don't really have much of those. I don't know any other ones that I don't have much of. Probably dirt ones, so that's gonna be an issue as well, since I rarely run my dirt characters, like mainly just dirt race characters, because I rarely have any, sadly. I did my early morning gacha pull for today before the update, and it was really good. I got Metro Arden, which I don't have, Silent Suzuka, and with the appearance of Chairman at 100, I guess 100 pulls, a double Katsuragi ace. You want to give me one? Just give me one. Appeared, which gave me an opportunity to make it 4-star. That's true. I spent 10 gacha tickets and 13,500 free jewels, so I'll keep my 18k jewels left until then. Hey, you had 31.5k, right? Yeah, 31.5k jewels by the time Katsuragi Ace's banner was closing. That is a lot. That is a lot. You should. I don't want to say it, but you have a lot of jewels ready for the 2.5 anniversary banner. But glad to see you got a couple pulls out of this. Metro Arden, which you don't have, like you said. Silent Suzuka, it's at the 60th pull. So it seems like they were going in like 60. I mean, every 30 pulls at this point. But double Katsuragi Ace, that's crazy. I wish I had gotten at least one out of it, but congrats on all your pulls for the Katsuragi Ace banner, Eugen. I do the 3 in a row: Tenosho, Fall, the Elizabeth race, and Japan Cup. Okay, so I was actually thinking of doing those 3 in a row instead of waiting for the Osaka High towards the end. For Twin Turbo's requirement most of the time, so I can focus training stats later. But if there are good friendship training appearances, I have a backup of 2 G1 races, which is the Osaka High and the Victoria Mile. Yes, I naturally lose Arimakinen if Twin Turbo run. It's not designed for long distance setup, so no worries about that. But yeah, I was actually thinking if I should go the 3 races in a row, because it seemed pretty convenient to get it done really early for the same reasons as you said, to focus on stats instead, and I wouldn't have to worry about literally another race until close to the summer training of the final year. So that's what I don't know if I said that I wanted to do the Queen Elizabeth race or during the training run, but I thought about it. And we pretty much had, oh, my voice track. We pretty much had the same idea, because I did go for the Osaka High at the end of the day, or during the training run. And the Victoria Mile is a good backup race. I only look for G1 races usually when it comes down to these 3 G3 races or above, at least 3rd races. Like for Aguri Cup, as you guys know, I usually go for the Osaka High or the Tenosho Spring, if I have enough stamina by that point. Most likely I should, because medium long distance. If not, then I'll end up doing the Victoria Mile, the Yasuda Kinen, or the Takara Zakinen. Well, that's for Aguri Cap. But yeah, I was thinking about doing those 3 races for Twin Turbo's requirements. If you look at Twin Turbo's unique skill activation, you can't help but go for Great Escape because you need to be in the lead. I'm still struggling on learning Twin Turbo, but I can suggest you may go for 1 speed, 1 stamina, 1 speed Kita, 1 stamina Super Creek, 1 Guts Haru, 2 Whites Ramino, and Cheer Bourbon, and the Goddess cards. Pretty similar to Sonic Suzuka with stamina, power, blue factors, but the must-have skills for me are Keep Up with Turbo, Twin Turbo Evolve skill, Groundwork or the Unshakable Stance from Cheer Bourbon, Arc Maestro from Super Creek, and Divine Speed from the Goddess Friend card or group card. The rest is up to you what skills you want to get, but yeah, I'm not perfect and that kind of expert, and it's just my preference. Perfectly fine. I mean, I'm not I'm not an expert also, just enjoying the game and just asking for some preferences or some ideas to see what I can do for Twin Turbo, and pretty much for Great Escape, because I haven't really ran Great Escape at all. So when your comment did appear as a notification, I did take a look at it just to see if you had given me the setup, and I think I ran 1 attempt for the setup you gave me. It wasn't, from what I remember, it wasn't that great of a run. I think, yeah, it wasn't that great of a run if I'm not mistaken, but let me see if I could find it here. I believe it was my 3rd best Twin Turbo. I think it was my 3rd one also. Yeah, right here, UG2. As you can see, didn't get enough power and didn't get enough Ys to make it to UG or 1200, over 1200 I would say. But I did get an S and mild distance because I was just focusing on mild distance at this point, just trying to see if I can get a really good one. And I did go with the setup that you I guess suggested. Wasn't that bad actually for Super Creek. I was just picking her support, whatever stat she was in, and it helped out a lot to get her over there. Got Arc Maestro and all that. I just wish I had gotten power, and the inheritance I had was stamina and power as well. More towards power and less towards stamina, but this is pretty much what I went for. I don't think I got all. I did get Divine Speed here. I didn't get both evolution skills, as you can see here, and I think I did get the, yeah, this is, no, that's Measure Ramano's. I didn't get Cheer Bourbon's skill, which was Unshakable Stance, so sadly that's how it went down, but it wasn't too bad of a run. I got pretty much, I think, enough stamina for mild medium distance, I would say, since he says like pretty much 1,000 minimum for Great Escape. So kind of getting the flow of things when it comes down to training for Great Escape. I'm just gonna keep trying it out over the weekend just to, you know, get a feel for things. So eventually maybe I'll do Great Escape for Suzuka as well. And lastly, on your comment, I don't have any anime to watch at the moment, but I'm planning to watch Ryman's Club and Oshinoko. Yeah, Oshinoko, I know it's done. It's just, there's too many things to watch. Either that or I'm just doing other things. But yeah. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everything. Eugen, for the setup and all that. Oh, did I already press like? Okay, I did. Last, I would say 2 comments, but Echo does have 2 comments, so last 3 comments. This one's from Nova. I did forget to mention that my time zone is in America, CST, so we are 2 hours ahead of you. Oh, that's cool. The philosophy of gacha is essentially that the game should be more fun the more you spend. I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, after spending in the game, I feel like at a certain point, especially if the game gets too easy, you start getting bored of the game pretty fast, because you have like probably the best stuff at the current time, or especially if you're going from like meta stuff and all that. I feel like you'll eventually just get bored of it. At least that's what I think. But At least you should spend a little in the game to determine if the game is fun or not. I think for me, what makes a game good is if you can still have a lot of fun free to play. If you can like survive, I say survive, but if you can last being free to play for a long time without having to spend in the game, yes, you'll be limited. You'll most likely be behind from the whales and all that, but if you still have fun at the end of the day, I think that's all that really matters. Because I do try a lot of gacha games on the side, and usually if they don't last, I would say a month, and you don't really see me play it anymore. Some games I've started and haven't even played them for a week, and I already drop. Well, they'll just be sitting on my phone, and they wouldn't. And I would think about it like maybe a month later, like, oh, I forgot I had this game. It didn't really have, I guess, that impact that I wanted out of it, I guess. Or I'm just too busy with other gacha games, to be honest. But usually if it has a strong impact to me, and it survives, I guess, the first month, then you'll probably see me play it. Usually I spend $100 on the day one as a test to see if I want to continue to play or not. $100 on day one. On day one? I thought I would think you would at least play for like maybe a week, or maybe spend, or actually play free to play until like maybe a character or whatever pops up in the gacha banners. But on day one, I mean, if we're talking about like fresh new game just released and all that, I would be pretty hesitant to spend money off the bat, to be quite honest, because I don't know if I want to play the game or not. So kudos to you. Kudos. Props to you for spending $100 on day one to test out the game to see if you want to play it or not. Because if you end up not playing it, then just $100 wasted, I guess. With Blue Archive and Uma, though, I had the help of the COVID stimulus checks. That's understandable. As for the Sirius announcement, I am ready to go pity if I have to. Oh, side games really want to destroy both the Ace and Sirius enjoyers before the anniversary. I truly agree. I am one of the victims, as it has been shown with my polls. So I didn't even get a chance to pull for Sirius. So yeah. Lastly, a rant on anime. I am currently watching Liar Liar and Hellick this season. I'm still hooked on Liar Liar OP right now. I watched some episodes for season 4 of Bungo Stray Dogs, but need to catch up for sure. Anime I'm waiting on is definitely Blue Archive Anime and Arknights season 2. Yeah, the reason why I decided to rewatch Bungo Stray Dogs, all the way to rewatch it from season 1 to season 3, is because I wanted to I knew I liked it a lot, so I wanted to get that excitement back again, and I loved it from season 1 to season 3 again. Season 4 was actually pretty darn good. And the reason why also is because I saw that season 5 was out and was released and ongoing. So I decided, you know what? Let me catch up to it and see what I missed in season 4. I do have Liar Liar in the back burner, just waiting. Don't think I've heard of Hellick. Let me see. Let me see if I've seen like pictures of it at least or something. I probably have. Oh, is it Hellick or Helk? I think it's Helk. Actually, I haven't heard of this one, but I have seen the artwork of it when scrolling through. Is it the one with like a girl with red hair and brown boots, wearing white, and has this pudgy fat bird? Question mark? That's all I got. Is it that one? But let me know if that's the one. I guess some other ones that I'm thinking about watching while we're at the topic. While we're at the topic, let's see. I think I mentioned Spy Classroom in yesterday's video. That was a part-timer season 2. I did like the season 1. The recent Bang Dream that's been released for the new band. I've seen some things about the girl I like, forgot her glasses. That one seems pretty interesting to me. I think I mentioned Masamune-kun's Revenge. Dark Gathering, I am quite interested. I don't know if someone mentioned that. Let me actually check the comments. Someone mentioned Dark Gathering? Not sure yet. I don't want to go through Echo's comment yet. I want to keep it a surprise for me right now. But I was thinking about watching Dark Gathering because I've been looking for a horror anime that's pretty darn good. I think I mentioned it before that. I've seen a couple, but the only ones that really stuck out to me was Another. And I guess Parasite, if you want to consider it horror. I don't really see it as a horror anime, but usually a lot of the horror animes out there are mostly like psychological or gory, I would say. But yeah, I want to see how Dark Gathering is gonna do, at least. I know Mushoku Tensei's season 2's out, but I haven't even seen season 1. Another one I'm waiting for is Yohane the Barhelion, Sunshine in the Mirror, for my own reasons. Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead seems interesting. I think I mentioned My Tiny Senpai. I guess it's mainly from this season, right? Atelier Ryza, because I want to see how it is based. I don't know if it's based. I know the character and all that is based off like the game and all. I want to see like how it is animated. Pretty curious about that. Horimiya, I haven't really caught up just yet, but I know they have a recent season. Of course, I mentioned Liar Liar, and I think that's all I can pretty much say right now because there's way too much for me to go over. Right, there's way too much for me to go over. Kind of curious about Fate Strange Fake because I've pretty much watched all of the Fate stuff when it's the original Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, the 3-part movies for Sakura. Then from there I went on to Apocrypha, Fate Extra. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. What else was there? Even the Ilio one. I even went that far, and then of course FGO and all that. So I went pretty far in with Fate, and because I do like the series and all that. Any last ones I can mention before moving on to Echo's comments? I didn't mention Oshinoko. Didn't mention that. No. I think Dead Mount Deathplay, I know it's done. I just really haven't gotten around to watch it. And oh yeah, I think, was it Eugen? I forgot who mentioned this. The Cafe Terrace and its Goddesses. I do want to watch that. But yeah, I think that's it I'm gonna mention for now, unless someone mentions unless Echo mentions a lot more from there. But yeah, thank you for the comment, Nova. And then lastly, Echo. So I'll go with comment number 1 first. Well, I lost a bet. Should have known you go for Turbo. I've been talking about it every time for summoning. Every time I'm summoning, hope that I get more twin turbo twin turbo dupes just so I can get her to level 3 or 3-star. No, you didn't understand me. I can't make parents or chaser long distance, but I can train them for CM. Let me actually go over your last comment then. See if I misread it. Oh yeah, I obviously you did say I suck at making chaser parents. So that's my bad. That's my bad. Echo, my bad. Basically when making parents, I just go for cards and that give necessary skills, no matter be that an R, SR, SSR cards. So yeah, having a lot of skills is the best way to get more white gens. Winning races does work too, but white gens for races give their green abilities. Nakayama, Tokyo, Chukyo, Racecourse, and etc. Well, I think I do know about the races for sure. And of course you want to get as much skills as you can, so it all works out with the factors and all that. So I just never really, I think that's why majority of the time people just go for like, I don't know, usually like before a long time ago, usually like when it comes down to the parents, they would just go to like around the Aoharu Cup time, at least, and I guess Ura finals. Usually people would just be like, just go full wise, get as much skills as you can, win as many races as you can, and that'll pretty much be it. But especially when Make a New Track came out, pretty much just do as many darn races as you can, since it's your schedule and all that. I think you wanted at least 24 plus races and Make a New Track, and a gang of skills of your choice. Obviously that's probably some extra skills that if you have extra skill points, and you'll be able to get a pretty darn good Uma at that time. I remember like my minimum was at least 24 races, I think, and my runs were just, I think that was another reason I went for time-lapse videos at that, starting at I think that point when Make a New Track came out, was because it was just 24 races. I was like, yo, I'm just here picking races, so I'm just gonna, but I'm glad I went back to talking during the runs, because I get to go over your comments and all that, and pretty much just, you know, pretty much have a conversation with you guys. So thank you guys for all the comments and all that. Continuing on with the first comment from Echo. Well, I didn't know that Sirius Symboli is tomorrow. I hope it's not Ramano then. I'm pretty sure since you heard Datu Fit's comment from when I was going over the comments in the beginning, her outfit got added, so there's a pretty high chance. As much as I still want it to be Naruto Top Road at this point, with that outfit being included in the game now, it's a pretty good chance Ramano is going to be the one. I will hope. I need 2 months to get 30k. I hope I won't have to suffer. I just need time. Well, sadly, I already went through suffering with Katsuragi Ace, but it's all good. Maybe I'll get it randomly, hopefully sooner than later. And if you're training miles, why running middle distance? Well, I think we've had this conversation, or not conversation, this comment like a couple months ago. I think I feel this feels like deja vu again, but probably for like a different distance. But I guess I'll just put my personal, I don't know what I said back then, it's been a while, my personal like take on this. For me, especially like with what Eugen said with like twin turbos like setup, I'm pretty sure you're questioning the triple races that I had, the 3 races that I had to win to get that goal out of the way. Because if I look at twin turbos, this twin turbo, right? Twin turbo's race schedule. Let me count down the difference between mile and medium races. So without the place third or better in 3 G3 races, she has 2 mile races, 3 medium distance races, and of course the Arimakinen that you're pretty much just going to lose unless you're setting up for the long distance itself. So my personal thought process when I first saw that was I just normally with those kinds of things I usually go for G1 races regardless. Normally I don't go for G2 or G3 races, and the amount of mile G1 races, it's among that time that you have between the turns from where you first get that goal all the way to the end. I think pretty much the only one is like the Victoria mile distance race, which is like way later after the Tenosho Spring. Before that, you pretty much just have the Fall Tenosho, the Queen Elizabeth race, Japan Cup. You do have the mile championship, but for fans, I'd rather go for the Japan Cup because it gives 30k plus whatever extra. Arimakinen, you could do that if you're going for the long distance, obviously. And then before that, I think it's dirt races until the Osaka High, then the Spring Tenosho, and then the Victoria Mile. And then I think you have 2 more days after that before the goal ends. And me usually going for G1 races. So again, I'll use Aguri Cap as an example because from the beginning of the final year up until the last day, heading towards the final summer training, which is basically the last day, which is Takaraza Kinen Day. I call it that way. You do have a little bit more flexibility with Cap if you're depending on your choices, because you can run her 1 mile distance, dirt races, long distance, medium distance, and there's quite a few of those in that time. Believe they added 2 dirt races in there along with the 2 they already had. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, whether they're medium or mile distance. Then there's also, like I said, the Osaka High, the Tenosho Spring, Victoria Mile, because I know there's another race at the same turn as the Victoria Mile. And then after that, you pretty much have the Yasuda Kinen and the Takaraza Kinen, and I think a medium distance dirt race on the same day as a Takaraza Kinen. So you have way more selection there, but what I usually pick for that one is, because you only have to do 2, is the Osaka High and the Tenosho Spring, because it's back to back. Unless I don't have enough stamina for the Tenosho Spring, at least I don't feel like I have enough stamina, I would go for either the Victoria Mile, the Yasuda Kinen, or the Takaraza Kinen, regardless of what I'm running. Because what I feel personally, when it comes down to, I guess, training, especially if you're just trying to either try out the character or setting up, because if you think about it, especially if you're setting up for CM and all that, like let's take Silent Suzuka for example. When I was training her for the short distance one, she doesn't have any short distance in her schedules because her main ones are mile and medium distance, just like Silent Suzuka. Oh, no, it's just like Silent Suzuka, just like Twin Turbo basically. But I guess, I don't know, through what you're asking me is like, why wouldn't I just run short distance races? I don't know if my misunderstanding or anything. It's just like, I wouldn't want to do extra races because those extra races is basically turns where I can increase stats, simply put. And then also, if I guess for the Twin Turbo one, I'd already got an S in mile distance already, so I was fine with that. But like I said, my thought process was I only go for G1 races, and with what Eugen said, it's pretty much the same. I think it was pretty much the same thing, because we pretty much thought about the same same races. I guess regardless of what we're training for, because he said even for long distance, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for medium and long distance. Obviously it'll work middle distance or medium distance is medium distance, but with the amount of it also comes down to the fans, because that's why I usually go for G1 races as well. But yeah, that's pretty much my thought process, because if you're gonna, I guess for like even a great cap, if you're trying to run for long distance, there's not that many long distance races out there. As in G1s, you pretty much just have the Kikusho, Arimakinen, and Kenosho Spring. That's, you can do the Arimakinen 2 times, Kikusho once, and the Tenosho Spring once. You don't have any other ones unless they're G2, G3 races, and majority of the time they're not part of the schedule, so it kind of just becomes a day where you just either use it for training and all that. Understandable if it's for parents, that's a whole different story. If you're going for parents, then might as well go for the races, the distance of races you're going for. But I think I also asked this, if I should, for the Suzuka training, when I was training her for short distance, if I should have gotten or done extra races for short distance, and I believe it was Eugene who told me that no, just focus on the set schedule of races. So I didn't do any short distance races, even though I was setting up for short distance. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's no shade or anything, it's just my thought process and my personal take on my training runs specifically. So I hope that you kind of understand my perspective of things. But let me know your thought process, because I'm quite curious. That was a pretty long response, but I do just want to get that out of the way. But continuing on with the comment, did you like any Umas and LOH? If not, you lost 100 jewels. I hope you didn't lose them though. That's not much, but hella useful for free to plays. Yeah, I actually did. I got the 100 jewels, and then I watched the, I guess, the replays, and got another 60 for watching both of them. And then going on to your second comment, and it looks like it's just a lot of anime. Yeah. I see a couple that I've mentioned. I see Dark Gathering. I'm trying to pick out the ones that I that I can pick up on. Zom 100 is pretty much the ones I'm saying. Oh, you have the Yohane one there too. Shoko Tensei 1 and 2. I think that level 1 Dakudo unique skill Desaikyo Des, I'd seen that. Liar Liar, Ryzen no Atelier. I've seen Ayaka, but I don't know what it's about. I actually did see the first part of Sugar Apple Fairy Tail. It wasn't that bad actually. Just one of those random animes I decided to watch, so I'll for sure watch part 2 just because I want to see what happened after. But I guess without, oh wait, Synduality, I did see that, and Helk, so it was Helk. But after looking at all the anime that you've listed, this is quite a lot. You have said, that's all for now. It's summer break for me, so I have time to do that. Props to you. I mean, most of these should just be weekly releases, so it shouldn't be too bad. For me, I'm more of a binge watcher, so I would just watch things that I haven't caught up on, watched from the past seasons, and watch it during the current season. And when they're done, I would go catch up on that while the next season's going on. It's just me personally, because I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting at all when it comes to anime. I just want to keep going, keep going, keep going. I guess the only exception, to be honest, is just One Piece at this point, because it's still ongoing, and there's no way I'm just gonna sit and wait. Well, currently I've been sitting and waiting for the last, I would say 30 episodes. Usually that's a good amount for me to sit on, but I've been busy watching other things. That is pretty much it for all the comments. So Echo, I just hope you understand my perspective of things when it comes to training. There may have been a slight misunderstanding on my response and all that, but it's just the way I have the thought process when it comes down to training, especially for like decisions like the 3 races. Even though it says G3, G1's obviously the best option to get the most amount of fans. I could have went for the championship mile race and the Victorial Mile and just do another random mile distance in between, but it's just not I just did it for the fan bonus at the end of the day. And also, just like what Eugen said, is convenient. It was conveniently placed at the time where there's 3 medium distances back to back, where you can just focus on stats right after. So that's also a good reason. But I didn't even do the Elizabeth race. I went for the Osaka High. But I was thinking, it's like, maybe I should do the 3 straight race, because I remember doing that in I forgot who or what, but I think it was during the Make a New Track, where before the first summer training, I would do, I believe it was the Yasuda Kinen, I think a G2, G3 race, and then before that was the NHK mile race. So I used to do doing 3 races in a row wasn't really pretty new to me. So I think for the sake of training, I didn't for the training for Twin Turbo for the first time, I didn't want to put that risk there. At the moment, when I was thinking like, should I do it or not, at least in my head when I was going over it. But yeah, hopefully kind of understand my perspective of things. But obviously you're probably questioning it because of your own perspective of things. So just let me know down in the comments. But I do appreciate all of the comments, guys, from Echo, Nova, Eugen, and Sutter, Alexia Caldera from, I don't know if you have a different handle, but that's what I see here in the channel comments list, and that's who fit. But I guess with that being said, we went with about, I guess, 30 plus minutes just based on comments, so that's pretty darn cool in my opinion. It is Friday, so I do hope you guys have a good weekend. You know, keep cool. If it's summertime, it's just keep cool. I hate summer. I hate summer. It gets warm a little too quick in the morning, and then it just gets hot, and yeah, I just don't like it. I just find it easier to warm up than to cool down. Also, I was born basically during the winter, so I just a winter baby being complaining about the summer heat. That's all I can say. But with that being said, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. It was pretty much a good, comment sesh, because didn't do any pulls. Just went over a quick banner overview and all that. So if you all made it to this part of the video, if y'all made it to the end of this video, I do really appreciate it. And if you guys can, hit the like button and leave a comment down below for what you think of the Sirius Symboli banner. Obviously, let me know if you went for the polls. I don't know if you guys made it this far, but if you did, let me know if you went for any polls, how it went, and I don't know, just talk about whatever you guys want. It is the weekend, like I said, so hopefully y'all have a good weekend. Stay cool, like I said, because it is summertime. And if there's something you want to bring up, the comments that you guys want to talk about, it doesn't have to be Pretty Derby. It could be like literally like anime, like we went over here. Just let me know down in the comments, and we shall talk about it during the next video, which should be a training video, hopefully during the weekend they give us news on the next CM. Let me double check again right now to see if they released any news about it. Let me check the in-game news as well. No, it's pretty much the same thing, so I see no point in me looking at this. There is the special transfer, but I pretty much just clicked it just to see if there was anything about it. Nope, nothing. Oh no, I didn't want to click that. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing. Yeah, LOH is still there. And nothing about the next CM. So hopefully during the weekend we get to know which one it is. I kind of have a feeling it could be Dirt based on maybe because of the Wonder Acute power card. But normally they don't release. Usually they like to release the character for the CM, like I think before the beginning of the CM. They'd like to do that a lot, I believe. Because obviously we have Sirius Symboli here right now, and seems like she's just a medium distance turf runner. We really want to try and predict if DM could be like that. Could be that medium distance turf race. But we'll see what happens over the weekend with any news and all that. Obviously, if you guys have come up with any like news and all that, and I didn't know, let me know down in the comments as well over the weekend. Just like letting me know that Sirius Symboli's outfit got added into the game, but we did end up getting her as the next banner. And then just like what Tattoo Fit said, Measure Ramano's outfit also got added into the game. So but any like things like that, let me know down in the comments, and we'll most likely go over it in the comment section later on the next video. So with that being said, guys, thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.